Miss Kitty Joy was talking about Love After Lockup and why she's doesn't cover it. She's also talking about why she's quitting covering Teen Mom. So, okay. I'm not gonna have much commentary on that. She can do what she wants to do on her channel. I personally find that people kind of still like to follow the show. Not everyone is following it near as much as they used to, but I think this next up and coming season of Teen Mom OG is kind of hooking people in. So, I mean, I'm more interested than I've been in quite a while. So, but maybe once it pans out, I won't be interested in the season. We will see, and that's kind of why I might cover it. But, you know, I'm kind of on the fence too, so I kind of get what she's talking about. So we're going to leave it at that. Try not to make a long intro. What's up, guys? It's your girl, AMZ Beloved, as you probably know by now because you clicked on my channel. Thank you. If you're subscribed, subscribe if you haven't. So she's also talking about Love After Lockup, Love After Lockup. And she decides to kind of go off on Clint and Jen and co. So let's listen.
In the text messages to me, I was like, he's gross. This man is disgusting.
Let's back up a little bit. She's talking about Clint. And I'm kind of like surprised by this.
Oh my gosh. Clint is just the worst. He's the worst. Can we just talk about how Clint is the worst? Like,
I don't think I've ever loved Katie Joy more there. And I don't have anything against Clint. I just feel like she's so raw and real here that, like, this is what you would get if you were talking to Katie. Like, sitting on a couch having, like, a glass of wine. She'd be like, oh, my God, Clint is the worst. And I would be like, yas, bitch. Like, let's talk about Jen. Okay, anyways.
I had him on for an interview. And I know. I had him on for an interview and he was so polite and he was so nice. And then I got I was given like his phone number.
Okay, so yes, he is polite and nice. Come on now. If he was like polite and like that in real life, would he really deal with someone like Jen? And I'm not like trying to shade Jen. I'm just saying that like she's in your face and stuff like that. Like I really don't think opposites attract that much, but let's continue.
Through the interview and stuff, and when we weren't doing an interview, he was like having this spat with, I don't even know if he's with this girl anymore, Genevieve.
Yes, they are.
And he was being so crass. Like what he was saying about her in the text messages to me, I was like, he's gross. This man is disgusting. He literally treats women like garbage. Like the way he was talking about her and like, you know, like talking about like how women need to give it up to him. And like, if he doesn't get it, it's like, that's the woman's problem. And like, if he cheats, it's because the woman isn't giving it to him and he deserves to be given it.
Ew. Like, I'm not thinking that she's lying here. Like, I'm sure that Katie could probably provide the receipts for this. Like, I'm pretty sure that if I messaged her right now, like, even though she hates me to death, like, she might actually respond to this because it's so fucking true. Like, we've heard Jen Rett. I'm not gonna say I have because it's been on lives, it's been on IGs. We've heard the things she has said that allegedly Clint does. So this kind of confirms it. Like, it really does kind of confirm it that he's a dick through and through. Like, yeah, everyone can be polite when they're on a live stream. Like, that's why people come and watch me, because I'm not polite. I don't save face. I don't do that shit. I'm just raw, and that's what a lot of YouTubers are like. In fact, I'm not special in that regard. That's why people come to YouTube, because you could watch the general news to get stories about a lot of this stuff, but it's also polished and fake, and you don't really want to, you know what I mean? So you come to YouTube for the real.
And I was like, gross. Oh, they're still together. Well, Genevieve is a mess too. Oh my God, that woman's that woman is a mess, like a hot mess. And
yep,
I'm like,
clearly Clint has a type. Now, it might not look like on the outside, but I think on a like comparison level, like the hot mess is kind of like maybe equal with with it. I'll insert a picture here to kind of give you guys like the equation on the outside looking in is not the same as far as a hot mess. I think that and you shouldn't do this, but I think if you were to compare them, Tracy and Jen, on a piece of paper as far as like their human qualities and their value, I think Jen would definitely win. I mean, from the outside looking in, she looks more put together. Is she a little more unhinged? And like I was just saying, something about saving face, like she don't do that either. She just goes and it's raw, and sometimes it's a little too raw, and sometimes it's like, okay, pull back a little bit, motherfuck. But Tracy does have that control, but she's also like a hot mess in a different regard. And again, I will insert a picture, but yeah.
I don't know where Tracy is. Probably doing some bad stuff in a corner somewhere. Who knows? Tracy's a mess too.
Fuck. Oh my god. Katie, can we be best friends? Because I am starting to love this, actually.
Genevieve actually reached out to me, and then for some time was like messaging me, but then like she tried to do a thing on YouTube where she started creating her own channel, and she was like doing videos like mocking me, and it was so ridiculous. This is the dumbest story I've ever I've never told you guys this. There was this live stream, right? So she would send me these messages and be like, Katie, I love you. You're my best friend. And then someone sends me a link to this live stream that Genevieve is on. And she's like talking about my eyebrows and how terrible they are. And she was very racially insensitive and started talking about like Mexican women and like getting cement like put into my cheeks, and like how I like have these women that come over and draw them onto my face.
Oh shit. I just remembered. I'm trying to think like what she was talking about. Okay. Yes, she was saying that like at the time she got an infection in her face because she probably had her cleaning ladies come in and give her Botox, opposed to like going to an actual place because of COVID. And it was funny, like, oh my god, this is why Katie Joy like has beef with Jen. I mean, I wouldn't consider that my friend if she was saying that at the same time, but I mean, her eyebrows aren't the best. She has definitely gotten way better. I will give you props. Your eyebrows are looking better. I'm giving you. And doing eyebrows is not any easy feat, honey. Like, I am lucky that I have full eyebrows. Like, I also had the sperm brows for a very long time. I used to shave the edge of my eyebrows off, okay, and draw them in. Like, it's been a work in progress over the last 20 years of being a female and doing eyebrows.
And disturbing. And it was so clear that she was talking about me because they were talking about me.
Yeah.
And when I confronted her about it, and I was like, what are you talking about here? This is so dumb. You know, like, I don't care, like, if you're being silly and stupid, but, like, she literally just lied to me and was like, I'm not talking about you. I was actually talking about my other friend, Katie. She lives in Florida.
What?
Like, you're...
Okay. Well, I'm back to being Katie's friend because... yeah, this is kind of my issue with Jen, too, is that I witness her lying to people over and over and over again. Harita, Amber, Heidi, like, just not being true to what she has said to me. And I get you're on a live platform. I get feelings change. But then it just goes back to the, like, hating Amber. And it's like, Amber's on my channel, and she's yelling at people, at her, and telling me who should be on my channel. And, bitch, she's not my co-host, okay? She's a guest on my channel occasionally, has been, and will probably not be for a while after the last incident of her literally yelling at people and telling people in my... like, she does not comprehend that this is my channel that I've worked for. And if I want to have other opposing opinions on while she's on, she needs to be an adult and allow people like Amber or others to come up here and speak. I do not have anything personally against Amber. The only thing I've ever had against Amber is because I was being Jen's little middle school friend and being like, I'm sticking up for my friend. But personally, I've never had an issue. She'd be like, oh, well, Amber has an issue with you. That would be her response right now. Amber has an issue with you. No, she doesn't. At least not on a public forum. She doesn't seem to. That's all I care about. We're females. We do talk shit about one another. So if she talks shit about my eyebrows, for instance, I'm not going to get mad. Like, rolling my eyes. You can't see me, but that's what's happening. Let's listen.
Pathologically lying to my face.
Pathological liar,
If
yes.
you don't like my brow, it's cool. I don't care. But you're going to lie? She literally was like, no, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about my friend Katie. She lives in Florida. And I was like, you literally said my name, and the people you were talking about we're talking about me. She's like, no, that wasn't you. That was Katie in Florida. I'm like, do they really think that'll work? My other friend Katie, yes. I was laughing so hard. And I can't take it seriously, you guys. Like, it's not like I'm mad at her or I don't, you know what I mean? It was the dumbest lie I've ever heard someone say. That's my boyfriend who goes to another school lie. Yeah. I mean, Katie is a popular name. So I can't even remember whose channel that it was on. There was like 4 women and they were all talking and they were like saying something about how I have enough money to get my brows done, apparently. Like, apparently they were really upset about my eyebrows, which is fine. Like, if you don't like my eyebrows, that's fine.
Well, it looks like she listened because, I mean, I honestly don't think that she did that to her brows. I think that she got microbladed, which, shit, she did have enough money to get microbladed. So, yeah, honey, you were looking like a chola. That's why she was talking about the Mexican ladies that came over to your fucking house. You were wearing Snoop Dogg t-shirts, headbands, and had chola drawn on eyebrows, like, with no fading or any, like, real, like, eyebrows are hard. Eyebrows are hard, like I said. I'm going to leave that content in because, I don't know, I think she cared a little bit more about the brows comment that she's saying she did because, I mean, she obviously got something done.
Fine. And so then she's like, well, you know what's wrong with her eyebrows? It's like, she lets those women come over and she makes this derogatory statement about women that are from Mexico. And it was like, then she's like, that was my friend Katie from Florida. And I'm like, you're ridiculous. You've lost it. You've lost it. This is why you're dating Clint. You have no self-worth if you're dating Clint. Like, no rational woman in the world would be like seeking Clint out online and being like, yeah, the guy that went after the meth head that's literally constantly doing, like, she did meth on their, like, wedding, you know, like, took his car and, like, was doing all the drugs. Like, he literally was like, yeah.
I am loving hearing Katie describe this episode of she took the car and did all the drugs. I haven't even watched that episode or the season, but, you know, I've seen enough YouTube clips of it that I know where he's, like, on the phone in the bathroom with his mom crying, and he's like, it's a motherfucking crack. Sorry, I'm
involved with Tracy, who is an addict on meth, and I'm going to...
Okay, maybe that's petty, and I need to grow. I'm getting a lot more support, and with everyone's help, with my flight for my brother and everything, it's making me want to be a better person. So, Katie, I'm sorry that we dogged on your eyebrows, but I will put this way. It looks like you got something done, like microblading, and they look like they're like on fleek now. So, like, if me talking shit was hurt your feelings, I am sorry. If I encouraged Jen to talk shit, but she did take it a little further with the, like, little Mexican lady comment. Even though I don't think that's derogatory, but I am Mexican, and honestly, I don't think those little chicas care what you call them, as long as you don't call them, like, anything bad. But anyways,
marry her, and then she dips out the same day that they get married, steals his car, buys all kinds of drugs. Like within days of her getting out of the out of prison, she gets arrested. He still stays with her. Like, that's who you want to go for. The guy that wanted to marry the woman that was literally,
or vice versa. Like, you have to question anyone's fucking sanity level that is going for either one of these people. Oh yeah, I was friends with Tracy Wagman and I decided to like give her a chance. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, I mean, Vegas is somewhere where you can go and like perpetually slow suicide yourself, but like, that's not a slow suicide. That's like a one-way ticket to the fucking mole community underneath the strip. So, anyways,
in prison, that stole his car, did all this stuff, and he stayed with her. And then the whole time I was interviewing him, he kept saying that I don't do hardcore drugs, like as though he wanted to like not say that he did them, but then he would say like, but I did do it a few times with her. So what is it, Clint? You either did it with her or you didn't do it with her. I never understood it. Like, it made no sense to me. I don't care if you don't like my brows. It's totally fine.
I'm gonna edit there.